Hello everyone, it's Christine here and I'm back for our stitch along, and we are going to continue with our water lily. So we're going to be using some organza ribbon or organdy ribbon, which is what the book says, not quite sure what that is still, and we're going to be making the center for our water lily. So I've got this thread which was a thicker one that I've cut down, and I'll bring it through from the back in the center. So I won't tie a knot in this one because this ribbon is thicker and it is less easy to sort of risk pulling through. I think it will stay okay at the back if I just leave a little tail in place. What we then want to do is pop through with a threaded needle with a sort of matching colour thread, being a sort of an almost see-through. I'm not going to get an exact match, but I'm just using this goldy coloured vintage thread, and so I'll just pop through again from the back with that as well, just slightly to the other side of where my ribbon is. And then what we want to do is gather up the base of the ribbon. So you've seen us doing this in some previous ones where we'll pass the needle along the bottom of the ribbon, gathering it up with the thread. So I've just been sort of threading it in and out, and as you can see, when I pull on it, it starts to gather up. So we'll just keep going with that. Just lots of little stitches in and out of the bottom of the ribbon. Some of our stitch along community last time said if you want to be sure that if you do cut a larger ribbon down to size and you don't want the edges to risk fraying, you can just apply some heat to them to set them. But this one doesn't seem at all fray, so I haven't had to do anything to the base of it. So the book says about a 50cm ribbon. I think I'm probably only using about maybe 30cm ribbon. I think that's going to be enough of a centre for my flower, but we'll see how we go. If I needed more, I can always add it. So I hope you're having a great day or a great evening. I think you'll be watching this next Friday night. It's Saturday night here. I'm having a lovely evening in the craft room after cooking Travis some biscuits, which I think I would have mentioned in your yesterday's video, but same day's video for me. Doing my little filming, so I've got the week's videos ready to roll. So we just keep, it's probably not the most riveting viewing, but we're just keeping on threading our needle in and out of the ribbon at relatively the same intervals, doesn't have to be precise. Just along the bottom of the ribbon. That's the first little thread I've seen that has actually come off the ribbon. So there's a tiny bit of fraying, but nothing to be concerned about. And I've left the non-raw edge at the top, so it's good to have the sort of the raw edge at the bottom, where it's going to be stitched down anyway, so it won't be getting any further wear and tear. You want to make sure you've got a strong thread when you're doing the sort of gathering up, because you don't want to do all of this work and then have your thread break on you. I'm just going to go to the end. See in a moment how it's going, whether we need to put too much more. I'll leave a little bit of this so that I can take the ribbon to the back at the end. So I won't take it all the way along, but I'll start to pull down now and see how it's looking. So we want to wrap it, start wrapping it around the centre basically. So I want to get the centre quite nicely gathered in. So I'll just sort of pull in on itself. Get my little other thread out of the way. And now we want to just start wrapping this gathered around the outside. So I might just need to slightly loosen some of the gathers and then gather it up even more at the end once I've done some of the wrapping. See, I think there's plenty there, but maybe if I give it a tighten up, it will come a little bit more into the centre. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. I don't think I want to go any bigger than that because I don't want to obscure my beautiful little lily pad. So I think what I'll do in terms of order is I think I will take my ribbon through to the back. Or actually, no, I probably need to start, I need to actually probably fully gather it up on the front. Just thinking aloud here, folks. So I've got it nice and tight there, and it does say to sort of stitch it down as you go around, but I think I'd rather just have it really tightly gathered and have that tight sort of gathering secured. What I might do then is just pop up at the base as well. Oops, managed to unthread my needle, that's not great. So I've just popped it back through, just going to rethread my needle and then sort of anchor, make sure that the gathering is going to stay tight and not ungather on itself. So I just need to make sure that we kind of anchor the thread, make sure I'm happy with the gather, which I am. And then I'll take the thread through to the back and make sure it's still nice and tight on the front, which it is. Tail of the thread was still on the front. So it's nice and tightly gathered, so I'm just going to put a few little stitches in the back to make sure it stays tight without getting caught in the fabric. I'll do another little stitch just to be sure. Okay, I'll leave it my thread threaded in case I want to come through, and the book does suggest we do some French knots within the folds of the flower. But first of all, I'll now get this bit of ribbon to the back as well, so I'll just thread that through my needle again. So it is good to leave yourself a little bit of a tail to do this bit of the step with, so you can take it to the back. I'm not trying to come through anywhere where I will have trouble. No, sweat through. So it's definitely not as smooth as pulling silk ribbon through the fabric, but it works all the same. Okay, I'm just going to straighten out my fabric in the hoop as well. Just keep that nice and taut. And then I do wonder if I bring my needle and thread through and just put a few little, sorry, get back on camera, put a few little stitches in just to anchor our little water lily down properly. And actually I probably should get rid of this bit of pokey organza at the back. It's not in the way. Yeah, I'll just bring some little stitches through from the back and just make sure that the sort of flower is sitting and anchoring down nicely. And that will help to just flatten it a little bit as well, because I am aware that these will be going in my dictionary of stitches. So I think a little bit of flattening is probably a sound idea. Yeah, that's good. It's just flattening it down a little bit. So I don't think I'll end up doing the little French knots that the book suggests putting in the folds. I'll just do these little stitches. But I'll still leave a little bit of the ruffliness. I'll just make it a little bit more anchored in place, but I'm pretty happy with that. So I'll finish tying that off on the back, and that is our water lily and a lily pad. So I hope you enjoyed that one. It's a beautiful little dimensional piece. I could have even made the flower in the centre smaller, but I think it's lovely. Thanks so much for watching, and tomorrow we're going to go on to running stitch and whipped running stitch, and who knows what's over the page. So thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.